I'ma say this since I ain't copping shit for shit. I remember days I was in the street, hopping off the porch, ratchet off the lead. Driving through the party, I ain't taking no glitch. Like my chicks captions, I don't do this shit for free. I ain't never like a camera, keep I ain't never like a camera, keep I don't wanna leave, but you know I gotta leave. I ain't got no time for no rap shit. Put me on the block, I ain't gon' come back to my block. Took me on the block, I ain't really wanna leave. Took me on the block, I ain't really wanna leave. But I had to leave, cause the streets ain't it for me. Hey, took me on the block, I ain't really wanna leave. Cause I ain't really wanna leave, but I really had to leave. I don't really wanna leave. You know what it is when you fucking with a jerk. But it don't up the block while I'm pulling down my sleeve. Niggas say I'm toxic, I know she don't wanna leave. I don't really wanna leave. You know what it is when you fucking with a jerk. Loading up the block while I'm pulling down my sleeve. Niggas say I'm toxic, I know she don't wanna leave. I don't really wanna leave. I know she don't wanna leave. I want you to go find a bitch. Taking that pussy, then a nigga fell in love with it. I've been getting back. We in that bag of shit. I'm flying London, man. I swear I wanna fly. Pussy on my good way. She know I be in the trap. Shit, I get it for the low. Then you know we put our text on it. Can't wait till she come home. I'ma fuck her real passionate. Saying on me nigga like a roof. Took a laxative. Riding in the coupe with no roof. She on passenger. I like how she eat it, cause she eat it like a scavenger. If you talking Benedict, we heard that. My manager. Cause hit the key, no, we get it from Canada. I know I can bleed, so I gotta keep my hands up. She know I'm a Jeep, she know that I can handle. She know that I'm gonna handle her. I put her on the camera, I put her, I got stamina. Yeah, I don't. Yo, what it do? What it do? It's your boy Fred the Jig. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. What's up? Yeah. I was talking to one of my subscribers in the chat and he told me his favorite team was the Utah Jazz. So while I'm relaxing tonight, enjoying my off night, I am going to get into this Utah Jazz commentary, you know what I mean? This conversation. But right now, just sit back, listen to a couple of tunes with me. Let me get myself lifted a little bit. We'll be right into this Utah Jazz conversation. As you know, this your boy Fred the Jig, and we are here. Yeah. I'm looking for a song to play. No, I'm gonna play this one. Let me play this one. What's good? Shout out to all my regular subscribers, everybody that tune in for the Kanika Jenkins content. Salute to y'all too. At all the time. Okay. Relax a little bit, yeah. Salute to you. Salute.
Get high, roll up the weed, watch the time fly by. I just wanna live stress-free, I'm high. Smoke very good weed, cause I'm just that guy. Look up to the sky, yeah, I'm just that high. Roll up the weed, hold 3.5. I ain't tryna get by, I'm just tryna get high. Get weight drug, I don't think that's right. Cause everything changed when the weed in my life. Married to the weed, every chain is my white on. The game not the same. As long as we got weed, everything gon' be alright. A lot of weed, got that green leaf, don't feel no feet, don't feel no feet. I know I'm like greens, I got you to believe. 1,800 watts, 920 CD. Got a lot of pots and I got a lot of seeds. Double up the papers or I roll it in. Everywhere I go, I gotta roll up the weed. When I roll up, no smoke for me. Grin on my face cause I'm high off the weed. Shit with the gushers and glide off the tree. Shot it and bubble, babe, what we gon' need? Might eat me some weed. Get high, roll up the weed, watch the time fly by. I just wanna live stress-free, I'm high. Smoke every weed, cause I'm just that guy. Look up to the sky, yeah, I'm just that high. Roll up the weed, hold 3.5. I'm just trying to get high. Get way drunk, I don't think that's right. That's right. Get high. Roll up the weed, watch the time fly by. I just wanna live stress free. I'm high, smoke very good weed, cause I'm just that guy. Look up to the sky, yeah, I'm just that high. Roll up the weed, hold 3.5. I'm trying to get by, I'm just trying to get high. Get way drunk, I don't think that's right. Cause everything changed with the weed in my life. Married to the weed, Mary Jane is my wife. All I really need is my weed and my wife. If you hear the game, now let's see on the site. Smoking like my daddy, so I know I'm living right. I ain't trying to get high, I'm just trying to get right. Everything gas, no brakes, green light. I might mix it with some doubt, but right to the button. Shut ain't no glasses, so put you on your ass. Shut with the hashes, so put you on your eyes. Everything better with the weed in the glass. Everything better when the weed to the ass. See what you put in. Roll up the weed, watch the time fly by. I just wanna live stress free. I'm high, smoke very good weed, cause I'm just that guy. Look up to the sky, yeah, I'm just that high. Roll up the weed, hold 3.5. I ain't trying to get by, I'm just trying to get high. Gateway drug, I don't think that's right. Get high. Roll up the weed, watch the time fly by.
Cold Pepsi, what up? Yeah, you hear Cold Pepsi? I'm in here doing a little live about my basketball. You know, it's my favorite sport. I had a subscriber ask me, tell me his favorite team, so I really want to do a live tonight about his favorite team. But until I get to that, I'm just relaxing, chilling. I'm off tomorrow. I got things to do in the morning, but I'm trying to enjoy my night. That's what I'm doing. So it's good to have you in here. And if this conversation change, I could change the title. You know, right now I'm just cooling it. How you feeling tonight, Cold Pepsi? Cooling too, huh? Yeah, facts. I'm doing pretty good, Cold Pepsi, man. Doing pretty good. Had a low week. Happy to be off tomorrow. You know, keep a few songs going still. I'm putting some more music first. Keep our music going a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, what you eat for dinner, Cold Pepsi? What did you eat for dinner? And just of course. Let's see what this is. Okay. Play this one. Okay, I'm here and I'm going to learn today. I used to watch basketball, but I'm going to get back into it. Okay, heard. So who your team is? What team you used to watch, Cold Pepsi? Hoping Tion come in and make this one so that he can see my content from him. Yeah, who your favorite team, Coach? I said, who? I'll be like, where you from? Do you root for the team you from? I usually root for the teams where I'm at. You know what I mean? Even though I like all teams, that's why I can sit down and I'm going to break down his Utah Jazz. I can break down any team in the NBA, no matter what team. I watch basketball. I like basketball that much. I don't watch as much as I usually do, but I like it so much that I know pretty much almost every player on every team. You know what I mean? So I'm really knowledgeable about a lot of NBA players. Some college and some high school. It all depends. I kind of go with who I take to, like who I think like I like, who game I really like. That's who I follow really the most. So yeah. Okay, since you're here to listen, let's go and get into this Utah Jazz content anyway. Let's get into this content, and I'm gonna make myself small on the screen so we can check out this this team. Yo, yo, yo. This is the Utah Jazz. This is the Utah Jazz. And this offseason, Utah has been in like a rebuilding mode. They end up 2 off seasons ago, they traded Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert off, and they end up getting a lot of draft capital and a lot of things back. They got a haul of players back from the Cavaliers. One being Larry Marketing, who is their best player on the team. Walker Kessler being a prize get back in the Minnesota trade, not to mention all the picks and everything that they got back in that trade for the Gobert. Walker Kessler has pretty much become what looks like a starter, even though they have him on a trade block, but they won't trade him for just anything. Let me start at the top of the list right here, and here we go. First player, this Larry Marketing right here, pretty much a 7-foot power forward. Can play from a small forward to sometimes center. If you play in a small ball center, don't expect him to block no shots for you though. He's much more of a 7-foot floor spacer, big that can shoot the three at a great rate. You know what I mean? Nice score. Could be a third. I think a third on a championship team. He would be Larry Marketing. He would be a third scorer, maybe a second, depending on how much farther his game can grow, but it has grown a lot since he's left the Cavaliers and then the Bulls before that. You know, the Bulls wish they had him now. So Larry being the best player on this team. The team is still going to run through Larry, and he should have an even more improved year. Right here, we got the next player up is Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson is a guard, point guard / 2 guard. He usually comes off the bench in a 6-man role. Last year they had him starting a lot. I know they would like to get him back to a 6-man role. That's what he usually is. I think he should be a player they look to get rid of at the trade deadline this year, even though he has a nice scoring punch. But they got people on their team that can take that spot, a.k.a. a Colin Sexton, unless you want him to start continuously next to Keontae George, who is our third player up. Jordan Clarkson is about probably 31 and probably too old for this roster, even though they wouldn't mind having older players in to help guide their young team. I'm sure they were like older players that wasn't playing as much and allow the young people to develop more. So I do look for Clarkson to be traded somewhere in the middle of this year. If not at the end of this year, something's going to happen. Again, Keontae George is the third player. He drafted him last year. He had a wonderful rookie year. A little injury bug. I don't know if he's more of a 2 guard or a point. A lot of people saying he's more of a 2 guard. I think they're going to still keep him at the point to see how much more he develops as a point guard. I think he has the ability still to play the point guard too, or the 2 guard. But we'll see how they get this rotation going. But right now, in the way this team is lined up and the depth on this team, he may end up being a point guard unless you look at this draft pick that they got this year, which they had 3 people that they drafted in this draft this year. The first one being right here, Cody Williams, a small forward. One of the top players in this draft. His brother actually plays for OKC Thunder and is a valuable piece to that team. Small forward / power forward is his brother. Even though his brother's on the 6'5", I think he's a little bit taller than his brother at the small forward position too. I think he would be a great addition to this Utah team. I actually like him to start off the rip. They get everything right. I like him to start off the rip. They just don't know what they're going to do with that Walker Kessler. Is the Walker Kessler and Larry Marketing work, or is they ready to get Taylor Hendricks in here? Taylor Hendricks is the player who looks like he might play Marketing's position actually as a power forward. So I just don't know how this team is. Got a lot of young players. They got a ready to play Larry Marketing that's going to really he can grow around these young players, but none of them I don't think fit his time frame. So I think he might be the piece that they have to get rid of, and then rebuild around their young players with Cody Williams, Keontae George. I would still keep a Walker Kessler if I'm them. I'd be looking to get rid of Laurie Marketing and where's the other player right here? John Collins. John Collins is somebody they should look to get rid of. They also drafted this player right here, Isaiah Collier, in the first round this year. End of the first round. Actually, out of high school, Isaiah Collier was the number one overall player in high school when he came out. He went 1 year to USC, didn't mesh well with Bronny James. Not maybe it's just the whole USC team. They didn't mesh well good, but so it made Collier stop fail a little bit. But he's very talented, high quality player. I look for him to make great leaps and bounds on this team. The way it's looking, he might be able to take a starting spot here, especially if they really want to play Keontae George as the two. Isaiah Collier could find a way to take that starting spot from Jordan Clarkson, putting Jordan Clarkson back in his normal spot, which is a 6-man score off of the bench. We'll see how that goes, right? Who I was talking about, Walker Kessler, they got him listed as a power forward. He is definitely a center, not a power forward. Don't know why he's listed there. He's definitely a center, not a power forward. So, so Walker Kessler should be their starting center for this year. He's going up against John Collins for the starting center spot, but I really think Kessler is he has the youth on his side. He's a great defensive anchor. A lot of people want him in the league right now, and I know Utah could bring him off the bench, but why mess with his his mental? Let him be happy. Let him start. Let him play. Let him grow. Let him develop. That's what I say. Find a way to trade off Collins. And that's what should be their biggest thing this year, is trying to find a way to trade off John Collins and Jordan Clarkson off of this team and let this young team build. Let me see what y'all talking about in here. See if you. Hey, what up, yo? What up? Okay, Cash Cow Chino, what it do? What's good, y'all? Okay, I see y'all in here. Hey, y'all, what's up? Cash Cow, roll up with me. What's up with it? Yeah, I'm just running through this teams, these players. Just give me a chance. I'm running through these players real quick. Explain and give them the analysis, little breakdown analysis on each player as I run through them. Okay, so Colin Sexton, right? First round pick, real good player coming out of high school. He could start. I mean, I'm sure he's been in the starting role. Maybe they start him, Clarkson off the bench, the backup point guard. But then you're gonna have Isaiah Collier with Clarkson. I don't like that backcourt there. I kind of like Keontae George and Collier. They've been really working. I think you got to bring Clarkson and you got to bring Sexton off the bench. I understand Sexton's a good player. He just don't see. I can't find a team that he fits with perfectly. He needs to be a much better defender with the way his offensive game is, the way he plays on the offense end. He got to have just as much tenacity on the defensive end, but he doesn't come off like that to me as a defensive first player or a person that you can trust consistently on the defensive end. So I'm kind of hard pressed with his offensive skills, being that sometimes he shoots the threes, sometimes he takes erratic shots when he's not supposed to take them. He's really a two guard to me, playing the point guard. I'm not high on Sexton. I wasn't high for my Magic trade for him. If I'm them, I'm trying to move him. If they can call on the Washington Wizards, they need to call on somebody out of New York, the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets or the Washington Wizards, they'll get a good trade with either of them. I think maybe the Nets. They went and traded to the Nets, and they made trade with Colin Sexton, maybe another piece to the Nets for Cam Johnson. That'll be a great trade. They bring Cam Johnson over here, bring a little bit more 3-point shooter to this team. I think that'll fit better. All right, let's move on to the next player, Kyle Filipkowski. Right, he's a rookie as well, center, as you can see. They just drafted him. Went 32nd in the draft. Actually, was supposed to be a first-round pick. Slipped into the second round, but he's a really good player. Using him, I'm sure they'll better find a way to play him. I don't know if they could play him with Walker Kessler, but definitely in the backup role, bringing him in, a floor stretcher. Yeah, he'll be a really good player that you put next to a defensive anchor center or a power forward. This defensive anchor wise, like they have one on their team, Taylor Hendricks, a good power forward. He can spread the floor a little bit, but with the way Filipkowski spread the floor and draws attention because he's a really good shooter, he'll give a lot of more open looks to Taylor Hendricks. His floor space and allow somebody like John Collins to work on the inside and, score some points on the inside without being double teamed. So I like him. Again, we talked a little bit about Cody Williams. He was the 10th pick in this year's draft. Really good player. Like I told you, he got a brother in the league too. He's going to be dynamic. Right here is Chris Dunn, defensive first player. I actually think he just got traded. I think they just traded him actually in the Westbrook trade, and Westbrook got released from Utah and went to the Denver Nuggets. So I don't think Chris Dunn is on this team. I don't think he's on this team. I think Chris Dunn is actually on the Clippers now. Taylor Hendricks, we've been talking about him off and on. He was their first round pick last year, and he's really good. He's really good at power forward. They can shoot and spread the floor. Defensive rim protector. I like him. Just got to need more time to play. Here's a sneaky, good dude right here, Kenny Lofton Jr. If anybody knows Kenny Lofton, he was the baseball player, really good, fast player, baseball player. Kenny Lofton. This is his son. His son is a beast. Really, really big. Only 6'6", but is a center, a power forward center. Really skilled offensively, big right here. They can rebound way better than his height. Yeah, he's. I just like him as a player. I was hoping my Magic would pick him up. A lot of people, he's bounced around from a couple of teams, but I think Utah with them rebuilding, he's a really good fit here and can find his way in here and find a role on this team once they make a couple more trades with this Utah team. The next player is Isaiah Collier. We talked some about him too because he was really good in the summer league this year. He had great chemistry with Keontae George. I really like him. So I think he's going to get a lot of burn this year. They're looking for a true point guard, somebody to run a point guard for this team. He might just be the guy. So just watch out for Utah this year. They're loaded, heavily loaded team. Just got to figure out who's going to play and who's going to sit. John Collins, hey, he overpaid player, but still very talented player, very athletic, great rebounder, an athletic player with the ability to score. He's not a great rim protector, and that's one of his main downfalls. Not that he can't rim protect a little, but he's not a great one. So that's one of his downfalls. And he's a good rebounder, but not a great rebounder. That's another one of his flaws in his game. He's more of an offensive player, but on the offensive end, I do really like his game. He's not really a three-point stretch type player, even though he can hit the occasional three. But I really like his game as an athletic big that can run the floor and beat people down the floor and get buckets. Yeah, let's go to Bryce Sensabaugh. He was he was a draft pick last year. I think he was in the second round draft pick last year for Utah. They ended up bringing him in, and he played a little bit in the summer league. last year. But this year in the summer league, he looked really good. I think they're gonna try to find someone to get him some burn this year, but we gotta see because they got so many people on the scene. Johnny Uzane right here, Luca Samanic, Darius Baisley, and Johnny Juzang. I don't know much about him, so I'm not going to pretend to. And Luke Samanic. He's just he's been around on his team, and I haven't seen him break out yet. I don't really know what he's good at, to be honest. There's basically he's bounced around from a couple of teams. Used to play with the OKC Thunder. Had a chance to start. Didn't look very that impressive. Looked raw, even though he had skills, but his consistency was very lackluster, and that's why he's bounced around from team to team. Jason Preston, I haven't seen him. Maybe he was a draft pick this year, or a two-way player. He could be. Taylor Horton Tucker, he's a pretty good player. They can find a way to slot him in as he's not really a point guard. They got him at point guard. He's like a two guard. He's only like 6'4" though. 6'4" to 6'6" at the most. Probably 6'4". He can score a good mid-range shooter, not a great three-point shooter. Handles okay. He's just can't find a way to put all his bag together for him to really contribute to a quality NBA team. They might be able to package him with a couple other players and get something back for him though. So look for that in this year because he does, I believe, get a little pricey eventually for the role he's playing. Kyra Lewis Jr., he started out with New Orleans Pelicans, and he just hasn't panned out. He's a first round pick that just didn't pan out. Whether he pans out here or not, I really don't see it, to be honest. Tavon Kinsey, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him at all. I haven't seen him. Maybe he's a two-way player too. But that's Utah's roster in a nutshell, to be honest with you. Oh, Brox, what up? You already know, might as well for the left. Where I said, oh yeah, for the rollout session. Kessler will play power forward and Collins will be the center more left. Then they might. Yeah, they might do that. But look, with Kessler and Collins on the floor, you don't really get that much floor spacing. You know what I mean? Say you get Kessler and Collins on the floor, you gonna start marking. So then you put marking at the three, you got 3 7-footers. Yeah. But can you keep up and down the court? Y'all might get ran off the court being that slow. And then not having enough floor space, even though Markin can shoot and Keontae George can shoot, you're gonna have to put another definitely three-point shooter out there. And you're gonna have to make sure that you have somebody that can guard the point of attack, point guard. You gotta have a point of attack guy to guard him. Because with you got Kessler, who's a good defender as a rim protector. You got Collins, he can rebound. Kessler can rebound some. But it's still clunky, bro. It's clunky. That's what I'm thinking. I also think about this real clunky for that team. I really think Kessler's the center. Yeah. But that's pretty much the Utah Jazz in a nutshell. That's them broke down really. I could end this live and actually could just come right back and then we could talk. And we could chill out and talk a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live right here. This your boy, Freddie G. You know, salute to y'all. Salute to all of y'all. Salute to anybody that come in here. Like, share, subscribe. Run your boy numbers up. We trying to continue to push out even more content. But again, salute to y'all. And like, share, subscribe again. That's me, Fred the Jig. I'm out. Yo.